Okay, good morning, everybody. It's an early morning. I'm in. I just woke up a little bit ago. I need to get these videos done. I like to shoot them before I start the day because I'll forget, and I like to do it before I leave the hotel room because while I finish up packing, I download and I keep the phone charged. So that kind of just gives it time to, and I know I'm in good cell coverage because if I tried to download it while I'm on the road, I got problems. But so anyways, I'm in Chandler, Oklahoma. It's day 15. So let me follow my notes. That's why I wrote them. So today is day 15, Sunday, August 26th. I am in Chandler, Oklahoma, which is I'm where I am scheduled to be tonight. But what I stayed at the Lincoln Motel, and I'll get more into that in a second. But it's crazy to think that this is a 26-day trip. Today's August 26th, but I think I was doing like a 24 or 25-day trip. I only have 8 days left. I'm sorry, 22. So I only have 8 days left of the 22-day trip. You know, that just really stumps me right now how fast time is going. So yesterday was Groundhog Day for me. If you saw yesterday's video issue, I went to go put a brand new tire on for safety concerns, and it ended up that the tube was pinched. So I did get as the previous video said, I did get transported through the Star Trek Enterprise. I got transported back to a place in time that I was 24 hours previously. Although that was tongue-in-cheek, that's actually what happened. A tow truck came and brought me back to Springfield where I was 24 hours prior. It was kind of like playing, I think it's the game Sorry, where you're moving and your opponent can slide you back to where you were, previously. I think it was the board game Sorry. But that's the way I felt like. I was advancing, all of a sudden, brrrr, all the way back, or like Chutes and Ladders, brrrr, all the way back to Springfield. But I gotta say, and I'm gonna give more props out to those guys at QNC Moto who got me going again. They just got some great customer service, just above and beyond reproach, and I'll get more into those guys. I'm gonna do a little short, actually a little commercial thing for them that I hope they like. This is gonna be strictly for them. It won't have anything to do with really Route 66 or my trip. So I got that all done, and I got back from Springfield to where I'm at is Chandler, but my day's journey included, give me a second here. Oh, I just want to give a good shout out to Geico. Geico, my insurance policy. You guys it was covered under Geico. If you're a motorcyclist, get Geico insurance and make sure you get the motorcycle towing on it. That was really a huge benefit. I think I paid $13 for the year or something, but Geico came through. 38 minutes as a tow truck right there. I will call my Good Sam policy and let them know, hey man, you guys really dropped the ball. But Geico was quick on the response. A big thanks to Nixon Towing, and especially my driver Dakota. Very customer service oriented, very personable, very professional. He has the capability and willingness to get you where you need to go. We had a great conversation on the way from the site where he picked me up to the repair place. So thank you very much, Dakota. That was really cool of you. Dakota mentioned to me, I had packed some soft straps, and I showed you guys the soft straps on the bike yesterday, and I wish I should have had them out preemptively, but I'm going to go over to one of those side bags I have has all my motorcycle gear. So if you missed the side straps, and I apologize for not having this out. I usually have everything all set up ahead of time, but so these are what I'm talking about. And I packed these, and I've towed my motorcycle on the back of our RV trailer, and these are two sets. They're soft straps. They loop around the handlebars. So put the handlebars around it, you loop it around. Say if my wrist is the handlebar, that's my handlebar. They come down like that, right? So what they do is that they give an anchor point for the tie down straps when you're tying it down to your own personal motorcycle trailer hauler, or when a recovery vehicle comes. Very small, compact. packed them. I thought just in the event, just by chance, you know, I think I'm doing about 5,000 miles. There's a good chance I might need a tow, and there's a good chance the tow company may not have these. So they come in sets. Once again, I bought these off on Amazon. They're very wide. They come thinner, but these are very wide, heavy-duty nylon, one on each side. Watch the previous video. You'll see how they're configured on the motorcycle. The interesting thing when I brought this up is that Dakota said, the tow truck driver Dakota said that I was like his 22nd or 23rd motorcycle pickup, and not a single one had those straps. And the tow companies aren't obligated to provide them. But he did say that I had them, and I had them ready to go, made it a lot quicker, a lot easier, and a lot safer to get the job done. And he did mention that sometimes he's capable of doing it and tying down your motorcycle, but if you just buy those and carry them with you, he said that those allow the points of contact to be more away from the fairing and the plastic and the cowling of the motorcycle. So when he puts those metal clips on, he's putting the metal clips on that soft strap. It's not touching your motorcycle. So for all you motorcycle riders out there, get Geico insurance, get the tow policy, but carry some soft straps. It'll be a huge benefit to you and the tow truck driver. All right. My GPS, my motorcycle GPS, which I got on my last Route 66 trip, is a Garmin Zumu, and one thing I could do on this is program it to avoid tolls. So coming through Oklahoma, I made sure I programmed that to avoid tolls, because Oklahoma is notorious from the freeways for tolls, but when you avoid the tolls, you actually end up on Route 66 and the byways. Accidentally, I passed one up and I got stuck in a toll. I had to pay 50 cents, no biggie, but no biggie on that. Paid 50 cents, but stop and go. For me, my KLR single piston, it would overheat if I kept having to stop. So just remember that if you're driving through Oklahoma, try to avoid the tolls. I did, one of my goals yesterday was to go back to Creek County Speedway. That was the area I was at last Thursday, 2 Thursdays ago, a week and a half ago. On my way out, I got caught in a thunderstorm. If you haven't seen the thunderstorm video, you know, look it up. But these guys were scheduled to race that day. When I got there was like zero visibility. All the cars were gone. And they took me in and let me wait out the storm with them. And I just want to give another shout out to Robert, Chris, and Brian for helping me out last week. So when I came in yesterday, I was really wanting to, I put it away. I put it in a safe spot, but I was really wanting to visit these guys. And I came in and I thought that the races would be over. Ironically, by the time I got there, it was around 6:37 p.m. and the races started. Go look at some prior videos. The place was packed. It was an unbelievable community event. These race cars are just something else. I'm gonna have some still shots on my Facebook. I got 2 or 3 videos of the raceway right here on YouTube. They were before this one. It may not interest everybody. You know, some of it is just me shooting the cars and watching them go around. And I kind of, while I was filming it, and like in the movie Cars, Disney's Pixar movie, Doc Hudson was telling Lightning McQueen, when you go on dirt tracks, you need to steer right to turn left. That was a big thing in the movie Cars, and I actually filmed it, and one of my captions is, steer right to turn left. It's amazing to see how they come around these curves. And it's also kind of cool to watch it, thinking that was, when you look at the movie Cars, it really portrays many different places along Route 66, not just one location, many different locations. And I will do a special video just on that. But now that I've been here, I would say Creek County Speedway is incorporated in the movie Cars in the sense of when they're racing on that dirt track. I haven't seen anything like it up and down Route 66 except for here. So I credit Creek County Speedway with influencing the Pixar Disney guys on the concept of Doc Hudson teaching Lightning McQueen how to race on dirt tracks. There's no doubt. So I think that was really cool. The Lincoln Motel that I'm at, by the way, this is actually, you don't see it in a lot of books, a lot of guidebooks and stuff, but the Lincoln Motel was actually established in 1939. It's a very historic motel, and it's unfortunate that you don't see it a lot and doesn't get some of the notoriety. The room is small but cozy. The bed was way comfortable. The staff is awesome and check in and walked me around the property, showed me where I can park the motorcycle. I would definitely stay here again. Place is packed. People stay here. It is just a classic. It is small, but I would say that this is This is probably kind of as close to John's modern cabins as I can imagine, because it's a standalone structure. But you got to remember, this is built in 1939. Once again, relating back to the Dust Bowl and Steinbeck, Grapes of Wrath, people are still migrating out of that area back to the West Coast. And previously to this, the only established places were these camps, were like RV camps, where people would pull in with their cars and tent it or sleep in their cars. So this is really an early accommodation for the evolution and progression of what Route 66 was soon to become, which was a tourist destination in itself. Not just the destination, but the journey of Route 66. So love staying at these little classic places. There's not a coffee pot, there's not a little notepad, there's not a lot at all, but it is so classic. I love it. I love everything in here. It's like almost going back in time. So if you're on Route 66 and you're right outside of Oklahoma City, on the east side of Oklahoma City, check out Chandler, Oklahoma, and the Lincoln Motel. And if you're looking for that Route 66 experience, hotels, dining, souvenir shops, old structures, this is definitely one of the places you gotta stay. You gotta stay if you're looking for that Route 66 experience. So today is a big day. I got a big day today. I am going from Chandler. My end destination is Shamrock, Texas, right next to the U-Drop-In. I have a couple of photos of that already, of the U-Drop-In on Facebook when I was on my eastbound journey. U-Drop-In is noted in the movie Cars. That's Luigi's Tire Shop. So if you're familiar with the movie Cars, this is where another thing along the route was incorporated in the city of Radiator Springs. So I'm going to hit, when I leave here, I'm going to hit Pops. I'll explain that in a second. I'm going to go there for breakfast. Then I want to go to the National Cowboy Museum. Unfortunately, it opens up at noon. I just may able to see the outside exhibits, but I want to hit that. But definitely the National Route 66 Museum in Clinton and the Oklahoma Route 66 Museum in Eric City. So I'm going to show you on the map where I'll be going. So let me jump over to this real quick. And sorry. All right, so here is my little Route 66 map. So right now, I'm in Chandler. That's where I'm at. I'm in Chandler, right there on the dot. The end of the day is going to take me way off this map into Texas, right about here in Shamrock. But today's objective from Chandler, Oklahoma, I'm going to go to this town right here, Arcata, and that's where Pops is. It's a restaurant with a big soda bottle thing outside with a bunch of different sodas in it. Then I'm going to jump right over this area in Oklahoma City, right about where the dot is where the National History and Cowboy Museum is. That opens up at noon. I may not be able to wait for it to open. And then I'm going to hit the road again and probably cruise through here. There's one gas stop right here in Hydro, an old restored gas station I might visit here in Hydro. But I do want to make sure I get to Clinton. Clinton is that's where I want to go. Clinton, home of the Route 66 Museum and the late Mr. 66. I don't know what that means. But of the route. So Clinton, there's a museum, and then in Elk City is the National. So I think Clinton is the Oklahoma State Museum, and then Elk City is the National Route 66 Museum. Those are two huge places I've got to hit. That's about an hour and a half to 2 hour drive away from where I'm at right now. I stayed at Weatherford on the eastbound portion, but Clinton, which is right here, museum, and Elk City right there, is two objectives I really want to hit. Speaking about coming back into Oklahoma, if you guys remember, I did oh, that's funny, I'm having it backwards. Yeah, I'm learning about this camera stuff, volume, audio. So I hope my mishaps are just as entertaining to you as what I got to tell you. So in the earlier video, the day after I entered into Oklahoma, I think I was in Weatherford still, I did a quick video on Route 66, souvenirs and collectibles. Well, wouldn't you know it, on my entry back into Oklahoma, my collection continued. So here we go. Here's my motorcycle helmet. It looks like a constellation of stars or something. I mean, this is just unbelievable. Let me pull this off for a second, because the lighting behind was glaring. But yeah, there you go. I didn't see any flying Twinkies hit, but I think I might have caught one of the flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz. So yeah, I got to clean that off. What I am surmising, and my jacket looks just as bad. So I got to wash the jacket. I do wash my jacket. But what I am surmising is that when I'm coming through, and it was, once again, it was getting late at night and I had to have my lights on. So what I surmise is that the bugs are attracted to the lights, but as they're attracted to the lights, they come to it. That's where I'm collecting most of my bug collection. During the day, I don't get that many. I get one or two, but so that's one reason why I'd really prefer not to drive at night. But that's my catch up. Hope it caught you guys up. The bike is running fine. Tires are fine. I'm fine. Everything is, I'm back on track with plans. I just really want to hit those. I want to hit Pops. I want to go by the Cowboy Museum and those two on the very, very west side of Oklahoma. Those are must-dos for me. And I got to tell you, there were some things I had to bypass when I got delayed in Gallup, New Mexico. In the first part of the trip, I got delayed out of Tulsa from the storms. I got delayed out of Springfield for the tire repairs. And there were some things I had missed, and I said, oh, well, that's okay. I wanted to, but optional. These are must hits. And I got to tell you, out of all the states, I think Oklahoma State has the most notable stops that I want to make. So that's why I'm up so early. I want to make sure I get packed, I get everything collected. I want to get a good breakfast in and get on the road. So I will be shooting some pictures to Facebook about my journeys yesterday. I'll be doing that probably while I'm sitting down eating at Pops. And I'll probably do a video at Pops and try to get that out to you guys. But hey, for all the people that have been following me, and now I'm getting some text messages from people, I really, really appreciate your support. And I tell you, man, driving through hometown America, Route 66, the smallest towns have the biggest hearts. And I'm telling you, if you get the opportunity to do it, you will not be disappointed. All right. Like, subscribe. Don't forget to get out there and ride or pursue whatever passion may be yours. Life's an adventure. I'm living mine. Live yours and make your journey a good one.